Good evening and welcome to the Easter edition of News Tonight.
Tonight, your regular news anchors are taking a break, and we will bring you the news on GHOne TV.
My name
is Alfred Vanderpuije.
And I am Jocelyn Dumas. Here's a look at our headlines. President Kwahu has cancelled on Ghanaians to continue to work hard for more dignified, self-reliant and prosperous Ghana. The president made the call when he presented his Easter message to Ghanaians at the Flagstaff House in Accra.
Food and Drug Authority cautions the public to be mindful of what they consume during the Easter celebrations.
The Catholic Archbishop of Accra, Most Reverend Charles Palmer-Bockel, has asked Christians to celebrate this year's Easter festivities with love, which is the true essence of the season. According to him, too much emphasis has been placed on the Easter celebrations rather than the purpose. He thus tasked Ghanaians to be modest in their celebrations and show love throughout the season.
Meanwhile, Easter celebrations started with church activities in the capital.
In sports, referee Yao Ametepe faces 8-match ban for controversial penalty decision in Ashanti Gold Hearts of Oak clash.
And on the international front, Nigeria's spy agency says it has thwarted a plot by militant Islamic group Boko Haram to attack the UK and US embassies in the capital of Abuja.
President Kwahu has called on Ghanaians to continue to work hard for a more dignified, self-reliant and prosperous Ghana. The president made the call when he presented his Easter message to Ghanaians at the Flagstaff House in Accra.
On behalf of my wife Rebecca, my daughters and my grandchildren, I send best wishes to all Ghanaians and Christians as we celebrate Easter. During this period of joy and celebration, I urge all Christians to reflect on the important sacrifice Jesus Christ made for each of us on the cross of Calvary over 2,000 years ago. Jesus' death and resurrection from the grave are the triumphant victory for every Christian. It is victory for life over death, good over evil, and hope over despondency. The Bible says in 2 Chronicles chapter 7 at verse 14, and I quote, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land." Let us therefore renew and strengthen our faith in God and emulate Christ's example of sacrifice for the greater good. Let us continue to work for a dignified, self-reliant and prosperous Ghana. A Ghana beyond aid. A Ghana mobilizing its own material and human resources to build a strong economy capable of generating prosperity for the mass of its people. A Ghana no longer dependent on handouts and charity. I know that Ghanaians were dissatisfied with their living standards and the direction in which the country was heading. That is why they voted emphatically for change And that is why I was elected as President of the Republic. It is for this reason that I regret very much the unfortunate incidents that happened in Kumasi recently. Inasmuch as the law enforcement agencies and judiciary have moved in to apply the laws of our land, let me reiterate that it will not be under my watch that people act with impunity. Neither will it be under my watch that the laws of our land will not be respected. That will not happen. Crime has no political color under my government. We are a nation governed by the rule of law, and the law will work without fear or favor. My party and I have put before you, the Ghanaian people, the most ambitious program of social and economic transformation of any government in the history of the Fourth Republic, if not in our entire history. This program is hinged on restructuring the institutions of our governments, modernizing our agriculture to enhance its productivity, a clear industrial policy, and rationalizing the financial sector so that it supports growth in agriculture and growth in manufacturing and industry. In my view, that is the way we can build a resilient economy and lead Ghana to a situation beyond aid. In this season of hope, let me reassure everyone that with God's guidance, we will transform our nation under the rule of law and use all the blessings.
Honorable Oko, the President spoke about the invisible forces and the Delta Force. Do you think that they are actually listening to him and they've heard what he said?
Well, this is the President giving us a message on the Easter day.
Yes.
The day when Christ was crucified. So we must listen to the President. All of us must listen to him. And I heard him say, if my people who are called by my name. So all of us who are called Christians, and indeed all Ghanaians today must listen to the words of the President.
Yeah. I can't wait for a peaceful, we have a peaceful Ghana, so I'm hoping that
yes, so I hope
it would remain.
Mothers, fathers, children, all of us, regardless of our political affiliations,
religion,
we must listen, we must listen to the President today.
Yeah.
He's calling on all of us to rise to the occasion, regardless of anything. We must listen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Easter celebration started with church activities in the capital. Most churches visited were filled to capacity with worshippers to mark the death of Christ.
It was a time of great rejoicing at the Restoration Temple of the International Central Gospel Church. Head pastor of the church, Reverend Ashford Smith, stated that Christians should focus more on what the death and resurrection of Christ means to their lives rather than having fun.
Most of the time we focus on the merrymaking. Today, for instance, instead of coming to the house of God, there's others who choose to go and sit at a drinking bar. There are programs, the sports and things. But I want to advise our fellow Ghanaians and people in the Christendom to really focus on what Christ did on the cross for us, instead of concentrating on buying drinks, food, the merrymaking, and going to the beach to swim. It's good to swim, but in this period it's for reflection.
It was a sober mood at the Osu Ebenezer Presby Church, as most church members were clad in black apparel to remember the suffering of Christ on the cross. Second minister in charge of the church, Reverend Nath Abe, advised Ghanaians to live peacefully with one another to sustain peace and stability in the country.
We believe that as Christians and as a nation, we should live peaceful among ourselves, because our country, Ghana, is for all of us, and nobody has authority or power over the country. we should live peaceful among ourselves.
Other ministers also called on Ghanaians to let the death of Christ emulate in their lives.
The Catholic Archbishop of Accra, Most Reverend Charles Palmer Buckle, has asked Christians to celebrate this year's Easter festivities with love, which is a true essence of the season. According to him, too much emphasis has been placed on the Easter celebration rather than the purpose. He thus tasked Ghanaians to be modest in their celebrations and show love throughout the season.
I think the significance of Easter can be seen in maybe two small passages of scripture. In John chapter 3, verse 16 to 17, we are told, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him might not perish, but might have eternal life." And then the next passage is John chapter 15, verse 13, where Jesus himself says, "No greater love has any man than to lay down his life for his friends." So the essence, the significance of Easter is celebrating God's unlimited love, God's selfless love, God's self-giving love, God's self-sacrificing love. So you see, it's love, selfless love, self-giving love, and self-sacrificing love. That is the message of Easter, the essence of Easter. There is maybe too much of advertising the fun-making, the resurrection message, and too little on the core message, namely, take up your cross and come after me. When you have celebrated the new covenant, the Last Supper, humble service, selfless love, self-sacrificing love of Jesus. When you have celebrated Good Friday, where we are sorry for our sins, because of our sins he died for us and he has atoned for it, then we can celebrate Easter joyful, the resurrection, to say, yes, if we love one another, if we are humble, if we forgive one another, if we are selfless, then we have reason to celebrate.
The head pastor of the Calvary Charismatic Center, Pastor Ransford Obin, has admonished Ghanaians to be patient with the president. According to him, it is too early for pressure to be mounted on the president to deliver on all of his campaign promises.
Addressing the media ahead of the church's Good Friday and Easter Sunday celebrations, Pastor Obin called on Ghanaians to reflect and take stock of their lives.
We should reflect on what Jesus came to do for us, and one of the main reasons he came is to die to redeem each one of us. He came to exchange his perfect life, his sinless life, with those of us who are sinners. That is what Jesus came to do, to exchange his sinless life for us.
He further noted that the world will become a better place when it embraces the unique lessons the remembrance of the death of Christ represents. He has also charged the youth to desist from the use of violence in demanding for their rights, but employ the spirit of patience and dialogue in all they do.
The world has not fully been redeemed, but it is the patience, and as we go and preach the gospel, the patience people need, that you see, it is not one day that every need will be met. So I want to talk to everybody is that let us exercise patience. If we exercise patience with prayer, with talk and everything, we'll be able to resolve everything.
In Ghana, Easter seemed incomplete without a trip to Kwahu. And for years, traveling to Kwahu during the Easter celebration has become synonymous with the occasion. It was thus no surprising this year around when scores of Ghanaians thronged the New Plant Station in Accra to pick the next available vehicle to Kwahu.
Telling on the faces of these expectant holiday revelers. The weekend is long and the excitement worth every penny. as at 5 a.m. on Thursday, as many as 5 vehicles had already left the new plant station for Kwahu. Many more vehicles were en route to same destination, Kwahu. The news team were greeted to long queues at the new plant station. For others too, it was their first time going to Kwahu, and they were eagerly yearning for the experience.
Oh, my mom dear, me ko order. Until my first time I make a resenity. Yeah, me share that because send uncle for come catch me no. And I took this an opportunity to say make a resenity.
Some drivers spoke about efforts targeted at preventing road accidents.
Basis family nti yan wo hwemu a wo hwa ekwan ya afri akosi kumase no a utimu se ekwan fu ada ba fo ne na enya kwanhia on driving there to be abetena kan mu a otese de otini fie a wo ye ne bibia to be nsuro akire
meme de se me kwa betimi akwasan ba but me du nkran ha me nsan ko me home ansan na me kwa makọ se me ntimi nsan ko ma dabi God say me hwe me hoden me di be maduma e be stand dey bia o so I go do di eche dey bia obeto ka akwene na komodo.
But have you been to Kwahu before for the Easter celebrations?
Once.
I haven't. How was it?
Full of enthusiastic people. Everybody there, just to have fun.
Yeah.
And make merry and be happy. But I'm always careful that we all have to be careful, so that people go and come back alive. Yeah. I think that it will encourage more people because we need such activities for the development and growth of our country. Yeah. We need recreational activities, but we must always do it with caution.
Yeah. I'm surprised because I was hoping that we would have one here in Accra as well, so that we can go paragliding and all the...
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, we have beaches along the beaches of Accra and going to the central region. There are so many other activities.
I think I'm interested in the outdoor activities in Kwahu more than, we've done the beaches since we were yay high. So this was, but...
So then Kwahu for you next year?
No, hopefully we'll bring Kwahu to Accra next year.
Okay, we'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
Yes. The Food and Drug Authority is cautioning the public to be mindful of what they consume during the Easter celebrations. According to the authority, most cases of illnesses recorded during and after festive seasons each year is caused by eating unheated meals.
The FDA has indicated that food eaten after 2 hours of being prepared without reheating is dangerous to one's health. Speaking to the news team, head of Food Safety Management Department, Maria Abba Lovelace Johnson, stated that microorganisms begin to grow in food after 2 hours of being prepared. She indicated that post-market surveillance is one of the key duties of the FDA to ensure that food products on the market are good for consumption.
Food and Drugs Authority has the mandate of ensuring the protection of public health and safety. The FDA, in carrying out this mandate, does post-market surveillance. And when we say post-market surveillance, what we mean is we go out to the markets, to the various shops, everywhere, to ensure that food being sold there is safe and will not cause harm to the consumer.
She made it known that the rate of expired and fake food products sold on the market this year has reduced as compared to previous years.
It is lower because people are really understanding things, appreciating things, really getting to know that it is not good to sell such products. And consumers are getting more aware. because the FDA has embarked on a consumer education program.
She also advised the public to check the expiry dates of food products, especially the canned ones, before making any purchases.
The Ghana Police Service has deployed over 500 police personnel across the country as part of its security measures to ensure safety of all Ghanaians during the Easter celebrations. Police Public Relations Officer Cephas Arthur indicated that the police has over the past 5 years minimized the rate of criminal activities during the Easter festivities and are ready to reinforce measures to tighten security. He tasked the general public to volunteer information of any suspected criminal activities in their communities.
We have deployed personnel very wide across country. All commanders in the country have submitted their operational strategies or operational plans or what we call operational order, and they have indicated measures that they are taking or measures that have been put in place by themselves to ensure that their jurisdictions, their localities are catered for. The plans have been seen by the IGP and the police administration. They have vetted it and they have okayed it. And so the strategy is to populate the entire country, to be visible, or populate the entire country with police visibility, so that everywhere you pass, you will see police officers performing their duties. One, it is to serve to prevent crime. That is our primary, that's our priority, to prevent crime. And then to arrest foolhardy perpetrators who will disregard the presence of police and commit crime. We have deployed on our highways and other roads so as to ensure that people who are shuttling, who are commuting on these roads and this thing are protected. We are also going to deploy heavily at merrymaking joints. You understand it? Beaches, restaurants, nightclubs, and other places that people will be thronging this Easter period to make merry.
Joycelyn.
Yes.
You know, this is good news.
Yes.
Because on behalf of all the MPs of this country, let me congratulate the police force. Because as MPs, we are very interested and concerned about safety of our travelers on our roads.
Yes.
Just last week, on the floor of Parliament, we discussed this matter. And almost every MP who spoke about the concern, the need for the police to be out there to ensure safety of the traveling public, to prevent, you know, highway armed robbery and all that. And I think that is a good job.
Yeah, and within the community as well. It's very important.
And within the community, the police have to be commended for stepping up and doing the right thing. You know, so we need to applaud the police.
I mean, the police in East Legon, I can only speak for the East Legon area, are quite vigilant when it comes to that. And I mean, there are times I am going home quite late, and I know that I'll meet, the police barrier, and it's always very, refreshing.
And it's also refreshing to hear him say that. Prevention. They want to prevent. You know, we've always been used to the words prevention is better than cure. You understand? So if as a society we can always approach situations like that, I think we'll be doing a service to our great nation.
And you and I are also the police. So when we see any criminal activities, we should be able to report.
We must pick up the call, we must pick up the phone, we must call, we must make contact, we must be vigilant. You know, that's good.
Right, let's go back live to Kwahu, where our colleague Alice Aite joins us over the phone lines to bring us the latest update from Kwahu. Hello, Alice.
I guess before Alice comes on, we have another story. Good news, another good news. 10 babies have been delivered today. Good Friday, 10 babies delivered at the 37 and Kolebu teaching hospitals. Mothers who could not hide their excitement indicated that the season will have an impact on the naming of their babies.
Today we've delivered 6 babies today. 1 cesarean session, and then 5 were delivered by themselves. That is SVD. They delivered themselves. We have 2 girls and then 4 boys. Some are happy to give birth on this particular day, but as you know, labor is painful. So at least you can hear people making noise and one way or the other. Because even if it's their birthday and they are giving birth, labor is not that comfortable. But after delivering, then you become happy because at least you've seen your baby and everything is fine.
Sweet.
Labor was sweet for you.
We came here yesterday evening, and I thought she could deliver that yesterday, but she couldn't. And getting into the Good Friday, I just thank God because it's a great day, and it will be a great thing having a child on on a Good Friday.
I delivered today at 7:35 a.m. Yes, and I had a baby girl, and maybe probably the Good Friday thing will affect my baby, but the name I'm not sure because I have an alphabetical names for my children, and then probably I want to keep that. So yeah.
Jesus Christ died on Good Friday. I thank God that she has given me a baby girl on that day. I can give the child a Good Friday day.
Your culture is about Good Friday and also a Friday born. But your guys about me about Friday.
I'm very happy, and I don't have words to explain. I'm just happy.
Yeah, I feel very honored as a mother to have a baby on Friday, and being a big day for you Christians too. So it's a very big honor.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Some of the names, I'm just trying to imagine some of the names these mothers will give to their children. Like,
why those mothers? If you had given birth today, Good Friday, what would you have named the child?
Jesus Lina. You know, Jesus Lina. I don't know why people don't like the name Jesus. Actually, it's actually a name that people are given to their children.
Yeah,
I know
but Jesus, there's only one Jesus.
Okay. So maybe Mary. Let's keep it simple. Mary. Alice is actually over in Kwahu on the phone. Hello, Alice.
Hello, Jocelyn.
Hi. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you too, and honorable.
So what is the mood in Kwahu at the moment?
Okay, the mood here has been very lively since yesterday that we arrived. There's so much excitement in town. In the morning, many people went up to the GHOne mountain where the paragliding bit of the festival takes place. And then this year we have 2 Ghanaian pilots flying together with the other foreign pilots. And then, but this evening on the Obome High Street, that's where most of the action is going to take place. And there are so many parks and eateries lined up on the street. There's also the EIB Street Carnival and several others coming up. And so people are so excited about it. I can tell you that the excitement here, the mood here is very, very, very lively right now.
Yeah. Well, have you interacted with some of the holiday makers in the area, and what have they been telling you?
They are just here to have fun, especially those who don't come from this part of the country. They are here to have fun, to celebrate. And then those who are here, the indigents, they have come back to, those that traveled outside, and they have come back to spend some time with their families and then meet up with other family members. But one thing I can also tell you is that the influx of revelers here have had a very positive impact on businesses. There's so many, the hotels here are filled up. There are people who are still searching for hotels. I can tell you that. And people are buying a lot on the streets. There are food, so many drinks. There's a lot here going on here.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alice, for joining us from Kwahu. And that is our correspondent, Alice Aite, bringing us live updates from Kwahu. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back.
Hello, beautiful people of Ghana. My name is Preston Bailey, and I'm so excited to announce my visit to your country. I am so excited. I would be celebrating with Unique Floral Center their 25th year anniversary. I will also be there discussing how to create a more lucrative business. I'm going to be sharing some of my designs, and I will even have some of my books for all of you that are interested in my most recent book for you to purchase.
Join to make a floral history in Ghana. Call 020-4341-018 to be part of the floral experience in 2017 on the 21st of April with Preston Bailey and Ikuya Sapon Eyisa, CEO of Unique Floral.
It is often said that women don't like sports. Well, there is some truth to that. But it doesn't stop women from cheering and jeering when players are on the field. My name is Nana Banamwa, and I bring you cheers with a bevy of articulate, beautiful, intelligent, and very entertaining ladies. We'll be talking through all the sports, from the most beautiful goal to the best player and the worst player. It is all on Cheers on this channel every Saturday morning.
Cheers is brought to you by Style Up, by Gandor Cosmetics, Lifestyle Gallery,
Fifi Beauty Center, and Yumvita, a delicious way to grow.
Hi, my name is Anita Erskine. I'm the co-host on the Star Drive here at Star 103.5 FM. Well, I'm here to tell you that sometimes certain circumstances are very temporary. They're actually designed to push you against the wall to see how hard you can push back. As much as you may want to take your life because it seems like the only solution, trust me, the better solution is owning up to whatever it is you're going through. Please choose life. We believe in you.
Choose Life is a GHOne TV initiative promoting the value of life.
GHOne TV wishes its lovely viewers happy Easter holidays.
Welcome back.
The Obrasport branch of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union is in a very deplorable state. The station, which was earmarked as part of the proposed Trotro terminals to be given a facelift during the construction of the Kwahu Nkrumah interchange, is yet to be renovated. The station is inaccessible whenever it rains.
This is the Obrasport Lorry Terminal, adjacent to the imposing Kwahu Nkrumah statue at the Kwahu Nkrumah interchange in Accra. The station connects several commuters from the Kwahu Nkrumah Circle to La, Teshi, Madina, Tema, Osu and cantonments. For years, the station has remained in its current state without any renovation works. Drivers here say when construction works at the Kwahu Nkrumah interchange began, They were promised that the station will be part of the several lorry terminals in the vicinity that will be given a facelift, but sadly, that is yet to materialize. The place gets flooded whenever it rains, posing a great challenge to drivers and pedestrians.
The rain Sunday. If you were here Monday, I don't think you can even enter this office. When it rains, all the area flood.
Thank you very much.
Because we do pay money every day to the AMA. And when you check the cars around more than 100, everybody pays. Last it was 10 city. I learned they are coming to increase itself. I don't know now. But you check every day, apart from Sunday. We are all Ghanaians, we all pay the national cake. We have to get our share.
Some drivers the news team spoke to also complained about the poor state of the station and appealed for assistance.
Was a soto ye blow ha. In soon to me was a ranya be crown park your car. Passing us never for council, I'm blessed and son of Motima day. African. A work on never been from your macrency, and see a srab and I said, on my share, sending our Musisi, I come on. I'm with you through on. I'm not on message, baby, come the other day. I didn't mind you to near your money and when you're there, you won't toy.
Yes, AME, holiday cry a try AME. Holiday, Saturday cry AME. And to me, any reason why I say, and can't afford one. And I your cast on moon to a road wet, and I'm to income tax. Or cabia or enam question will be at a road wet. Will be at income tax. To me, who are the Codentia, yeah, Mamido Kono or Brass Sport, deeper to know, or Monshire.
Interestingly, drivers here pay tolls to the station masters, but nothing has been done to renovate the place, making them to wonder what at all is being done with the monies they collect from the tolls. The drivers have thus threatened not to continue paying the tolls until officials salvage the situation.
Honorable, I mean, as the former mayor, we're in 2017. This shouldn't even be something in the news. What is happening? What's going on?
Well, you know, the Kwame Nkrumah Circle area has undergone a major transformation. The terminal, the station, is very close to the Kwame Nkrumah interchange development. Yes. So certainly that station will be developed. I know before I left office, several lorry stations have been earmarked for development, including Tema Station, their lorry station at Kwame Nkrumah Circle.
Yeah, but there are more danger over there.
Neoplan lorry station. So definitely I know that they have to be patient. The work will be done. In fact, it will just endure to the benefit of all of us if that station is developed. So
the rainy season is around the corner. So
I know.
We shouldn't even be having this discussion at this time.
They should rest assured that that station will be developed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now we are on for the business news. Sewa is here for the business news.
Hello, Honorable.
Hi, Sewa.
How are you doing? Happy Easter.
Thank you. Happy Easter as well.
All right, welcome to the Business Brief. Business Brief is brought to you by NIB. NIB, your business is our business. We'll be back after this.
Business Brief is brought to you by
National Investment Bank. Your business is our business.
For 2 months. Building in this country is too difficult.
Don't worry, the National Investment Bank We Pay for Your Dream scheme can help you finance your building project.
Listen, NIB gave me cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, and other materials to finish my building.
NIB can also help you purchase your home appliances, your mobile phones, and your motorbikes.
You don't even need to have an NIB account to benefit from the NIB We Pay for Your Dream scheme. No.
Just visit any NIB branch with a valid national photo ID card. And the best...
And have attributed the decline of sales to the change in government.
Last year is better than this year, far more better than this year Easter. Because normally when we can last year, we sell things, we get money to do whatever we want to do. But this year is very tough for us. We don't get anything. We will come here in the morning, we don't sell. We will close and go.
People they come around, they ask for price, they say, oh, I'll go and come. And sometimes they are buying, the ladies, they are buying 2 years for combination. For the 2 years there, they are buying it. But like people come and buy gifts and other things there, we don't see it yet.
The Easter up to now we are on it. We didn't see anything around. We are looking for market, but up to now the market is so slowly. Yeah, the market is so slowly. Last year is better than this year. We don't know, maybe tomorrow or tomorrow next year people will started coming to buy our animals.
The story, however, was different for spare parts dealers at Abosokai. Dealers who spoke to GHOne News team says they have experienced some good sales and are ready to spend the Easter festival in grand style. For most dealers who are indigents of Kwahu, the season is an opportunity to bond with family and friends. Some willingly shared with the news team how much they will be spending during the season.
Easter na ade bia afahye bia konfo ye taidi ye boabo ye ho akọ sene a mo ba ya mo hunu ene o ma bibia ye bọkọ ye kwa kodi Easter no bibia ye fine Yesu amani hunu de ye afahye ntinu ye kọ ye boabo ye ho akọ sene ye mi ni se kodi Easter no ye kodi ni pa be 15,000 ye kọ na ja ye de hwe se betumi akọ
ye ya boy ye ni kura 25,000 ye de kọ
30,000
ye only problem 25,000 flat.
However, traders at both locations are hopeful that business will get better from the second quarter of the year. Also, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has told IMF Ghana is committed to ending its 3-year $918 million program in April 2018. This is although contrary to the earlier position of Senior Minister Yaw Osafo-Maafo, who said Ghana will seek an extension of the program.
Ghana's Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta was reacting to comments from the International Monetary Fund's mission chief, Annalisa Fedilino, that Ghana could extend the program following the country's inability to meet some targets agreed by the IMF and Ghana. The IMF mission chief explained Ghana's economic growth is likely to see a major improvement in 2017 and inflation is coming down. She described the country's macroeconomic outlook as optimistic and urged government to implement good policies that will set the economy on a growth pattern.
Economic prospects in 2017 are encouraging, as economic growth is expected to pick up, inflation is declining, and prospects are there for a significant increase in the foreign exchange reserve position following significant foreign exchange inflows in recent weeks.
Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta told the media the Akufo-Addo administration inherited weak macroeconomic fundamentals but is committed to stepping up revenue collection by 33% as part of plans to reduce the budget deficit to 6.5% of GDP in 2017. Ken Ofori-Atta explained government is committed to following through on its plans to enable it and the program as scheduled in April 2018.
We inherited a program and we are committed to ending it when it should have ended. And so that is what we are sticking to. It means a lot more hard work than we have to. But, you know, there are life changes and curves, but that's where we are in terms of cabinet's decision as to that.
Ghana is following a 3-year IMF program worth $918 million. The program aims to stabilize government's finances and restore rapid economic growth.
And now to our very last story, users of online transaction platforms are at high risk of cyber attack. It has emerged that nearly all e-commerce websites operated in the country are not secure enough from cybercrime. While a team of experts is calling on government to make allocations in the next budget for the creation of cyber security infrastructure and technologies to fight cybercrime, the absence of that, they fear, could have dire consequences for e-commerce in Ghana. As technology becomes more and more integrated into our lives, so do we become highly reliant on it. But this dependence makes us vulnerable if or when technology fails. In today's world, it is important that technology is not only available, but protected and secured. A cybersecurity expert, Dr. Ezeyebo Aboating, indicated that there will be serious security issues in the future if measures are not implemented to fight cybercrime.
If we look at it even from a holistic perspective for the nation state,
then it means that with cybersecurity, it can affect our investment, it can foreign direct investment, and even our customer confidence. In other words, other people dealing with us as an entity.
Dr. Yeboah also indicated that businesses that operate online have to deal with cybercrime one way or the other.
The effects are usually enormous. So whenever you get cybersecurity compromises, the risk level could be very high, as probably even business closure.
But that's all we have for you for business. Thank you for joining us. Business Brief is brought to you by NIB. NIB, your business is our business. Now, Jocelyn and Honorable, over to you.
Was brought to you by
National Investment Bank. Your business is our business.
For 2 months, building in this country is too difficult.
Don't worry, the National Investment Bank We Pay for Your Dream scheme can help you finance your building project.
Listen, NIB gave me cement, iron rods, roofing sheets, and other materials to finish my building.
NIB can also help you purchase your home appliances, your mobile phones, and your motorbikes.
You don't even need to have an NIB account to benefit from the NIB We Pay for Your Dream scheme. No.
Just visit any NIB branch with a valid national photo ID card. And the best part is, all purchased products are at no interest.
Call NIB now on 050-145-1050.
National Investment Bank. Your business is our business.
Coming up is the sports news.
Sports Brief is brought to you by Castlegate Real Estate Group.
Castlegate Estate Ghana Limited has evolved with new management and administration and positioned itself to serve you better. Seize this opportunity to do business with us by reserving a plot this year and start your own construction today. Castlegate Estate also has near complete or shell houses and serviced plots at prime locations on offer for sale at Katamanso, Tama Community 22 and 25 extensions, Dodoa and Prampram at very affordable prices. Our fully serviced plots come with electricity, pipe-borne water and road network. These plots are now selling fast. Just call our new management team and book appointment for free site visits. Castlegate Estate. We make home ownership easier.
And now in sports, referee Yao Emetepe faces up to an 8-match ban for his dramatic penalty decision in the Ashanti Gold Hearts of Oak clash last Sunday. The referee awarded a penalty to Hearts but later rescinded his decision. The referee's review committee watched the clip and concluded he got it wrong and he should have made his earlier decision stand.
It's me. In other sports news, Ethiopia will replace Mali at this year's African Under-17 Junior Championship in Gabon next month. The Confederation of African Football has confirmed. Mali got themselves in fever bad books after Mali Sports Minister Husseini Amir Gedu dissolved the executive committee of FIMOPFOOT and went on and appointed a provisional committee mandated to run FIMOPFOOT and set up elections within 12 months.
Mali advanced from the qualifiers but have to forfeit their slot following a FIFA ban on the country for government interference. Ethiopia will join Tanzania, Angola and Niger in Group B. The 2017 African Championship will be played from May 14th to 28th, with the semi-finalists to qualify for the 2017 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in India.
That's it for the sports news. Coming up is the weather.
The weather is brought to you by Inesfly for a pest-free life.
Enough! Abba! Plenty medical bills. I have tried different methods and it hasn't prevented sin. My son has been in the hospital twice this year because of malaria. I haven't had a good night's sleep in years. But now no more. Since I painted with Inesfly insecticide paint. Copy.
Inesfly insecticide paint kills mosquitoes dead for up to 2 years. It is a quality paint, a healthier option, and it's totally safe for humans and pets.
Take my word for it. Paint malaria out. Use Inesfly insecticide paint now.
Inesfly for a pest-free life.
Welcome back. This is the 7 o'clock news on GHOne TV. Now, Honorable, I have something I want to show you.
Okay. What do you
Honorable, I've always wanted to know what happened. What was he telling you? What were you telling him? What really happened?
Oh, is this part of the news?
Yes.
Oh, well, you know, on this fateful day, you know, I was going into Parliament, and the president, the former president, was also going into Parliament. I was about to start taking the steps, and I saw the former president coming.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been trained to pay respect to my elders. So I went closer and greeted the former president. Because I have great respect, I've always had great respect and admiration for the former president. So I greeted him, as you can see. He responded, and then he started going up, and I started also walking up. At a point, I saw he turned to me, and I looked at him, and he gave me the signal to wait. So I waited with a smile, and when I waited, he also continued, and I followed him. I didn't know that it was anything that the cameras have captured.
Yeah.
And then, before I went into the gallery and sat down, within 10 minutes, I could see
You're
it
trending.
on my... Yes.
Yes.
So I was disturbed about that.
Did you feel snubbed by by President Jerry John Rawlings?
Oh, no, not to that extent. I took it just, you know, I didn't feel any negativity or something I had to have attitude about.
Yeah.
I just took it as, this is just an incident that we can let go.
Well, but when you watch the video, because when you
Yes.
sit where I'm sitting,
Yes.
like now,
Yes.
when you watch it, it looked as though he snubbed you, or he was probably having a go at you for something you did.
Well, no, you know, it depends on how people want to see it and interpret it. For me, I just took it as, it it never took anything away from me for the respect and honor that I have for the ex-president. I just took it as something that just happened.
Yep.
And but in the evening he came back in the same building, and we made peace because of what people were saying. So, I mean, we should let it go.
That's Papa J for you. I remember one time we paid a visit to him, and there was a gentleman there who had done something to him years ago, and he did not mince his words addressing the man. I mean, that's Papa J for you.
Yeah. So
up next is the international news.
Nigeria's spy agency says it thwarted a plot by militant Islamist group Boko Haram to attack the UK and US embassies in the capital, Abuja. 6 people were arrested last month in connection with the plot, the Department of State Services added. There has been no independent confirmation on the agency's claim. In a statement, the DSS said 5 of the men had perfected plans to attack the embassies. They were arrested on 25th and 26th March in Abuja, and Central Benue State, the DSS